Hello, and welcome to my self assessment blog on relationships with my personality type, which is the ENFJA, the protagonist. So today, I used ChatGPT to come up with what they thought were the top two strengths and weaknesses and the top four relationships that people go through. We have work, friendships, family, and intimate. And today I'm going to show you if I agree or disagree with what ChatGPT said, as well as reflecting on it. First of all, we have strengths in work relationships. Preface: I'm a receptionist at a hair salon. Number one is charismatic and inspiring. They naturally energize people. I agree with this one. I feel as though I'm very good at naturally energizing people around me, and I get told that I'm one of the best people to work with. Not to brag. Two, strong communicators. One, express ideas clearly, which I try my best to do while whether I am calling people, emailing, text messaging, leaving voicemails, talking to my coworkers, talking to customers, checking them out, etc. And then two, making sure everyone feels heard. I have before sat down during a non-busy day and talked to a single mother and let her just talk to me about her feelings because I could tell she was upset. And I made sure she felt hurt. So I think everyone deserves that, even if I'm just a stranger, a 17-year-old college student. Next, we have our weaknesses in work relationships. First, we have people pleasing. They may avoid conflict or sugarcoat issues. Yes, that is something that does occur for me, and I am working on it. I'll be honest. I usually wait until the last minute, and that just bites me in the butt, but I'm working on it. Two, overcommitment. They say yes too often to help others. I have very often done laundry during a busiest time and gotten yelled at to come to the front to check people out because someone didn't want to do the laundry. I have also taken the hinges off of a cabinet because the owner didn't want to do it herself. Next, we have intimate relationships. First, we're going to start with strengths. Loving and affectionate. They don't just say they love you, they show it. I think that I'm pretty good at this. The one thing that people tell me is that they feel loved when they're around me, and I feel like that's enough evidence to say that I agree with that one. Next, we have emotionally supportive. ENFJs are tuned into their partner's moods and needs. I'm a very empathetic person. I feel others' emotions strongly, and if I can tell somebody's upset, I try my best to help in any way that I can. Next, we have top two weaknesses. Over idolizing love. Unfortunately, that one is true. I tend to romanticize platonic relationships and be disappointed when it doesn't go out my way. We'll be honest here. I agree with that one. Next, fear of conflict. They might avoid difficult conversations to keep the peace. That one I absolutely disagree with. I feel as though if there's conflict that you need to immediately speak to somebody about it, and you need to make the point clear that when conflict is arising that you need to get it figured out. All right, next relationship is family. Strengths. They are a nurturer, often the emotional glue. I agree with this one. I'm the oldest of four, single mother. I feel as though I'm the one everyone goes to if they need emotional support. I give probably 5 hugs a day, at least one to each person in my family, and I'm the one room where everyone will come in and just talk to me. Next, organizers of fun. They plan family events, holidays, and trips. I don't really agree with that one. Sometimes I'll plan things with my siblings, but it's really just if I'm feeling bored or when my mom wants us out of the house. Next, we have weaknesses. Taking on too much, may feel responsible for everyone's happiness. I agree with that one, and I will be completely honest. I feel as though sometimes I am responsible for the way that my family feels because I feel as though I'm another parent. Two is perfectionism in roles to be the perfect child or sibling and feel guilty when they cannot. I agree with this one. If I do one thing wrong, that might be even the slightest issue, I feel as though I'm the worst child in the world or the worst sibling in the world. Last relationship we're going to talk about today is friendships. So for strengths, we have super loyal. Once you're their friend, it's a ride or die for life. And I agree with that one. I try my best to stay friends with someone until they prove that they are not truly my friend. And I will lie for them. I'll do everything I can for them. I'll just be the best friend that they can be, that I can be. Then we have connector. They introduce friends, bring groups together, and keep social circles thriving. I agree with that one. I've brought together the most random of groups. We had the senior varsity quarterback, my brother's freshman friends, a senior wrestling manager, I bring people together pretty well, even if it's unexpected. Then we have weaknesses. Overextending, trying to maintain too many friendships at once. That one I don't agree with. I keep a small circle, me and two of my friends. Besides that, people are just mutual friends. They are not my close friends. And so I do not maintain those friendships as well as I do my main ones. We have struggles with boundaries. They may insert themselves into too much into friends' problems. This one I have noticed that I've been getting more into as I get closer to my friends, but it is something that I'm working on. I did almost insert myself into my friend's relationship issues the other day, but she stopped me. Thank you, Savannah. Overall, most of the things that ChatGPT said were true. And I feel as though the ones that weren't true might be true in the future when I'm older. I mean, I'm only 17, I haven't lived much. So who knows when these things could pop up and show up as true. But overall, I think this ChatGPT is right. And I'm glad we did this assignment. It makes me feel like I've reflected on myself. I've taken this video 16 times probably. So let's just say that I know myself well now. Thanks for watching.